Yeah. Hello, everyone. Today we have 𝗦𝗊𝗀 with me. So 𝗦𝗊𝗀 graduated in 2023 in the month of August. Since then, it's been 1 year. He has finished his engineering. Presently, he's working as a site engineer in Hyderabad, no? 𝗦𝗊𝗀?
Hi. Yes, sir.
Since 2 months, he has been working in Hyderabad. Before that, you tried for all the jobs and all, but you couldn't clear the interview and all.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Presently, your salary is how much? 15,000 you're getting.
Yes.
What job is that? Like site, what you do?
It is I-Res building, sir.
Okay.
G+17.
How
The
much?
structure, sir.
G+17.
G+17.
Okay. Done. Nice.
Structural is happening now, sir.
Okay. When you joined, what was happening there?
Column
Footing and all.
casting.
Footing and all was already done, no? Footing and all, everything was done. Now you are
Footings are
just
happening.
now you are just doing that slab only. Column they are raising, putting slab, raising column, putting slab. That's it.
Yes, sir. Same thing.
Same. How many floors they have finished so far?
Sir, sir, now ground floor, sir.
Okay. Only like another 16 floors. Another 16 floors they have to do.
Yes, sir.
Apart
Cellar
from
3, Cellar 3,
okay.
Cellar 2, Cellar 1. And now we are doing ground floor, sir.
Okay. Apart from that, any other non-tower area, any other work is happening?
Non-tower area also be there, sir.
Okay. Any work is happening there?
Non-tower area, like same, sir. Column rising, shuttering, or
Okay.
slab also.
Okay. Done.
Slab.
See. Okay. Fine. Fine. Nice.
Grading,
So
slab.
your voice is breaking in between. This thing.
Sir.
Ah.
It's audible.
Now it's audible. Okay. Fine.
Sir, walls also casting, sir. Casting walls.
Okay.
Good.
Good. So, yeah. So his question is whether he should continue in the same field or whether he should go to the software field. That was the question what you asked me, no? This was the question what you asked. Oh, my screen is visible? No. Wait. Wait. This was the question what you asked, no? Whether you're a fresher site engineer, whether you should continue that or this thing.
Yes, sir.
Correct, no? Fine, done. See, in your case, presently, whatever job you're doing, no, that's a good job. Especially you're working on a very high-rise building. So when you're working on a high-rise building, you get to learn a lot of things. You get to learn a lot of things. Because if you're working for a G+1, G+2 building, I would have told not required at this stage. Since G+17-story building, it will take another 2 years to finish.
Yes, sir. It may take 3 years also.
Okay, not required. Because salary is very less. 15,000 is a less salary. But you do it for the next 1 year. What is the age now?
My age is 20, sir. 20.
20. Oh, you're done diploma, no? Only diploma.
Diploma, sir. Only I have done diploma.
Okay, fine, nice. So what I would suggest is, you're okay with 15,000 salary? Is it sufficient for you?
It's not okay, sir. I told my PM sir to
increase.
have 18 to 20,000. I just asked him, but later he considered 15,000. So I just want to gain the knowledge in the starting age of the early. So that's the reason why I just came.
No problem. 15,000. Your accommodation, where you stay? Your home is close by or what?
Company provided, sir. Accommodation company provided, and food and arrangement also we will be prepared by our own.
Okay, so in 15,000, food how much it will go? 3,000 it will go.
3,000. Yes, sir.
12,000. Okay, let's say 4,000. Let it go. Yes. 11,000. You're left with 11,000. 11,000. What you do? You send money home.
Yes.
How much?
Presently 10,000, 8,000, 10,000.
8,000 you're sending home. They actually require at home or you're just sending?
If they require, they'll ask, sir. I also wanted to send to home. So, sir, actually I just came to join in the job is to gain the knowledge, sir.
That is fine. That is fine. That is all. Because in your case, why I'm asking all your questions, your age is very, very small. You're still 20.
Yes.
Okay, that is one reason. Second advantage is that you're working in a very good project, G plus 15, 17, if you work at least for 1-2 years, no, you will learn a lot of things from there. That's the second advantage in your case. Okay.
Okay,
So
sir.
that is why I wanted to ask. If you're happy with that salary, I would not suggest you to change any job. Continue there.
Okay.
Because that is why I asked. So because this 8,000 rupees, what you're spending, do they what your parents do?
Parents are just normal, sir. Farm.
Farmer. Okay, fine. They require this 8,000. I mean, why I'm asking, if you save little money, that will be better. See, usually what happens when we send the money to home, no, what our parents do,
Okay.
they just keep it in their FD account. They just keep it in the account only.
Okay,
But
sir.
if they really want it, then you send it. But if you're sending excess amount and they're just falling it in, it's just there in the bank account, and it's actually of no use, right? So
Okay.
if you can save at least, let's say 3-4,000 rupees, we'll tell you what has to be done. You can save a little bit of money in mutual fund, little bit of money you save, and so that you can invest in little bit of courses and also that you can upgrade your knowledge and all. Okay, fine. So from my side, my suggestion would be, see, you cannot enter into structure designing. First, I'll give you an idea like what all opportunities that you have. Okay, wait,
Okay, sir.
my screen is, wait, I'll show my screen. Now it should be okay. Visible, no? Screen is visible, no?
Yes, sir. Visible, sir. Visible.
Yeah, currently you're working in this particular job. That is a site execution job. You're working in the building site execution, especially in the high-rise building you're working. Okay,
Yes.
that is fine. Apart from that, you asked me that you want to go for the software job and all. See, software job, there's nothing like software job. We have office jobs. Okay. In
Yes.
office jobs, we have a estimation, or people call it as a cost engineer. For that, you should have a little bit of site knowledge. After that, you should know how to prepare such kind of Excel sheets. This is bar bending schedule, you should know. Then you should know how to prepare this quantity estimation. Each and everything you should know to prepare an Excel sheet. You should know how to prepare the BOQs and all. So if you learn all these things, then you can apply for the initial level junior quantity estimation job. You can apply if you know to prepare all these things and all. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Apart from that, next is tender and billing engineer. Tender contract engineer will happen only when you know the estimation and all. After becoming estimation, you can go for a billing engineer job. You can, after having 2 to 3 years of another experience, you can go for tender contracts and all. So like you're doing a project now. So to get their projects, you'll be having a tender and contract engineer. They'll tell whether I should take this project or not. If I take this project, what is the profit I'm going to get? All these things. And if there is 3-4 projects happening, there is, let's say, project number 1, project number 2, and project number 3. Being a quantity surveyor, or let's say if you're working as a tender and contract engineer, you will decide whether you should take a project number 1, project number 2, and project number 3. Getting my point? No. But for this, to reach to that level, you should have good knowledge about rate analysis. You should have a knowledge about the BOQ and all. Of course, that is a step by step you can. But all this are the office job which I'm telling you. Here,
Okay, sir.
basically, you'll be using a software called MS Excel. If you know MS Excel, you can work in this industry initially, no problem. Okay, MS Excel one. Apart from that, if you're working for a big company and all, there is an option called as procurement engineer. Now you're working on the site. No, let's say if there is let's say cement is required. Okay, so there is a procurement engineer who has to procure all these raw materials, not raw materials, he has to procure all these materials. If tile work is going on, then he has to procure the tiles and all. So again, there is a good field if you're going for abroad jobs and all. Procurement engineer has a good job, I mean good scope also. Okay, then you can even apply for a planning engineer job. Suppose you work on the site for 1 or 2 years. After that, if you learn this MS project, Primavera and all, you can apply for a planning engineer job. Now every month you have a target, right? Your boss might have given you some target, like every month we have to finish 1 slab, something like that. You have a target.
Yes, sir. Good.
Yes, yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
that target will be decided by the planning engineer. First, we have to plan. If it is a G plus 17 story building, if we have a 3 year of time, then we have planned in the next first 1 year how much work we'll do. Second year, how much work we'll do. Third year, how much work we'll do. Then next month, what we'll do. All these things will be planned by a planning engineer. For that, you should know the sequence of construction and all. Along with that, you should be good in MS project and Primavera software. You can work as a planning engineer also. Then you have a QA/QC engineer in your site. Quality control engineer.
QC officers are there, sir.
They know, yeah. Even you can apply for this job, but here it is like a 50-50. 50% you have to be on the site, 50% you have to be in the office job. Again, no software is required. If you know MS Excel, that is sufficient. Rest all code book knowledge is required. Okay. Apart from that, you can even work in the interior field. All these are your interior field. All these are the interiors what we do. So there you can work as an interior fit out engineer. Okay. Apart from that, if you want to work on software only, then you can become AutoCAD draftsman. Then there is software called as 𝗏𝗏. You can become a 𝗏𝗏 modeler and all. So these are the options that you have. Along with that, even you can work in the BIM field. In building information modeling, BIM field, you will be preparing model, then you become a BIM coordinator and all. For that, you have to take at least 5 to 6 months of training and all, where you work on Revit software and all. Okay. So again, these are the options you have in the office job, not in software. Software is just a tool, but software people will be working in office only. For we call that as an office job only. Apart from that, we have a structural engineering job, but in your case, you cannot do that. The reason being you have only diploma. You are not a BTech or MTech holder. To work in a designing firm, at least BTech is required. MTech is also required, but MTech is not mandatory. BTech is mandatory to work as a the structural engineer. So in your case, if you're doing BTech and all, then it's okay. But if you don't have an aim of doing BTech, structural engineering, it's not possible for you. Okay.
Okay, so got it.
Yeah. You have any plans of doing this thing, BTech?
Yes, sir. I have plans, sir.
Okay, but that should be done externally. You don't have to go to college, no?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So in your case, what I would suggest is, my suggestion would be, we'll write it here. Ask your project manager to make your salary for at least 20,000.
Okay, sir.
Okay, ask him to make. So how you'll ask? You have to prove him that you are capable of taking that 20K salary.
Okay, sir.
That's the first thing. Second thing, since it's a G+17 story building, I would suggest you to work there for at least next 1 to 2 years. At least try to finish that entire project from start to, of course, you didn't join from the starting position, but at least you're doing this slab casting and all. No, that's fine. And when this non-tower area and all will start, then the podium slab and everything will start and all. So that that much knowledge you'll be having. Along with that, you want to speak?
No, sir. Carry on, sir.
Okay. Apart from that, even you look after the interior work, plumbing work, then look after the electrical works and all. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So once you learn all these things, it will require at least 1 to 2, at least 2 years is required, because high-rise building, it will take 2-3 years to finish entire project. So
yes,
what
sir.
I would suggest is work for another 2 years. If you're okay with, if your boss is ready to pay you 20,000 for that, I would suggest you work for another 2 years. That means till that time your age will be 22 years.
Yes, sir.
After that, we'll take a decision. And in these 2 years, I'll train you to that level so that you can apply for this planning engineer job after that. Okay. Apply for a planning engineer job. Else, you have any plan of going to abroad like Dubai and all? You have any plan of working there?
Sir, I also have a plan to go to Dubai or something, which is.
Yeah. So even you can, after working there for, but if you're going there, no, you can apply as a site engineer job, site engineer only. But you finish this entire project. Once you finish this entire project, what will happen? You'll have a complete knowledge about that project from start to the end, including including the interior part, the electrical part, plumbing part, HVAC part, and all. So once you understand everything, you'll have enough knowledge. You can apply for abroad jobs as a site engineer in Dubai, Qatar, and all. Because in Dubai, Qatar, what happens? No, everything is a high-rise building. If I put here, okay, Dubai, Dubai high-rise building. Okay, so of course these are very tall buildings, but still, okay, they are very tall. No, not required. This kind of buildings I'm not telling. Okay, list of tall Dubai high-rise building RCC. Okay, I'll put in Hyderabad only. You're working in Hyderabad, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so your building will look something like this?
Yes, sir. I like this, sir.
Almost, because since it's high-rise building, so you'll be having, how many towers are there?
It has 2 towers, sir. Tower 1 and tower 2, and non-tower area also.
Then all these amenities and all, everything will come.
Yes, sir. Clubhouse also be there.
Clubhouse and all, everything. So I think 2 years is required.
Yes.
Fine, no problem. You finish that entire work. Once you work on such projects, what will happen? No? One is in Hyderabad, there are a lot of projects coming up. In Hyderabad and Bangalore, a lot of high-rise buildings are coming up. If you
Yes.
can finish such project for the next 2 years, definitely you'll have so much of knowledge. You can apply for any jobs anywhere on this planet. Even in Dubai and all these high-rise buildings only are coming.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So I would suggest work there for another 2 years. Ask your manager that you make my salary to at least 20,000 so that I can at least be happy for the job I am doing, and also I can take care of my family.
Yes, sir.
You
What
just
actually I told them like that, sir. But they're telling if you are a fresher, everyone consider as a 15,000. After 1 year, they will hike, sir. That's the reason why
after
they are. After
after
1 year, they'll told me to hike the
yeah,
salary.
okay, fine. See, that's how it is. Usually they exploit people. They exploit all the engineers, telling that if it is fresher 15 and all. But it's okay because in your case, suppose if you're working for a G+1, G+2 building, I would have told you to leave the job. But since you don't get to work on such projects easily, G plus
Okay,
15, G plus 17, right? G+1, G+2 building, I'll give you 100 people will be there. 100 construction is happening everywhere. But this high-rise building and all, it's not in every place. You'll not get high-rise building constructions and all.
yes, sir.
In my case, I would suggest, since your age is also small, if it is like if you were 27, 28 and all, it's okay. I would not tell you to work for 15,000 and all. But yeah, 15,000 is a less salary, I agree. But keeping your future point of view, you have to sacrifice something now. Because now just imagine you finish this entire one project. Just imagine what will happen. Just imagine you are working for 15,000, it's okay, no problem here. I'll give one small example. Let's say, who is this, your name of the company? What is the name of the company?
Devansh company, sir.
Devansh.
They sign.
Okay, let's say this Devansh I'll write Devansh. Okay. Let's say you worked in this project completely for 2 to 3 years. Let's say you work for another 2 years in this. Okay. Let's say 2 years means how much it is? 2026. And you completed the entire project right from civil work you're taken care of. You looked even into the MEP part, mechanical, electrical, plumbing, HVAC, everything you're taken care of. Even the interior also you have to do. I'm telling you what has to be done. And also the interior. Landscaping, each and everything you have to look after. Even if they are not putting you in that area, you just go and see what is happening in that area. If you do this for the next 2 years, definitely that much amount of knowledge you're going to have. Okay. Until that time, your age also will be 22 years. People will finish BTech at this age. In your case, you have this much knowledge of 2 years on high-rise building at the age of 22.
Yes,
and
sir.
now what will happen after 2 years? I'm giving an example. The same company, Devansh company, not Devansh company. Let's say there's one more company in Dubai. I'm giving an example of Dubai, or even it may be Mumbai, Pune, anywhere. They're also constructing a same G plus 17 story building in Dubai. G plus 17 story they are doing in Dubai, and they want a site engineer. Okay.
Okay.
Now what will happen, since they require a site engineer and it's the same scale of G plus 17, you can apply for such jobs. Because now you have enough knowledge that you know that 2 years I've worked on such project. I can take care of the entire civil work. I have seen the electrical, mechanical work. I have seen the interior work and all. Definitely I'll be able to handle this project. And in Dubai,
Yes, sir.
If you're a fresher, 5,000 dirhams is what you get. 5,000 dirhams roughly comes to 1 lakh rupees.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now you say, if you get this job opportunity, it's done, no? Whatever
Yes, sir.
sacrifice you did from today to next till 2026, whatever sacrifice you have done, that is, let's say you are working for 15, after 15 they made it to 20 also, it's okay. But whatever sacrifice you have done here, that will give you fruit after 2 years when you start to work here.
Okay.
So I would suggest this would be a good plan. Apart from that, office jobs is not easy also. But for that, again, you have to learn all this quantity estimation and all. But since working on such big project, what you do, I'll tell you one good thing. You are working as a site engineer, do that. Along with that, there's a quantity surveyor working in your company. Is there any QS guy?
Yes, sir. 2 persons are there.
You speak to them?
No, sir. No, sir. I rarely speak to them, sir.
Okay.
Sometimes.
So what you do, just go to them and ask them how this quantity surveying is done. Okay. Ask them to teach a little bit about. See, some people will teach, some people will not teach. If they teach, they are scared, like if you learn, what will happen and all. But if there is someone who is ready to share his knowledge, they'll definitely teach. So just go
Yeah.
and speak to them and ask them like, show me this estimation sheet of that building. So of course, I'm showing you for a G+1. If it is G+7, G+7, it will be huge Excel sheets and all. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Open that thing. Ask them what is how the BOQ has been done. Try to learn the BOQ of that project. BOK,
Okay.
like you're done, you're doing a slab, and also all the 17 slab will be writing like what is the RCC cost, what is the total amount of concrete in that entire slab, how much amount of reinforcement is there. Like this, they have prepared BBS also. They have kept all this BBS also. I'm showing you slab BBS and all. You have same thing they have done for column, beam, slab, everything they have done. This QS people will be having it. Speak to them.
Yes.
Ask them that I want to learn all these things. If they are not ready to help, you directly speak with your PM. Project manager, your project manager, you're having a good relationship with him.
Yes, sir. Have good relationship with us.
Fine. You just speak to him that, sir, I want to learn all these things. How you have to speak? No. See, you should just polish someone. You should tell, sir, I also want to. What your project manager qualification is? He's BTech, MTech. What is that?
BTech, sir. I
Okay.
don't know, sir. BTech
Okay.
also.
How much year
Definitely.
BTech they will be? How much year experience he has? 15, 20, 10, 15.
No, sir. I didn't have any ideas.
But anyhow,
I don't know.
project manager, roughly they will be having at least 10, 12, 15 year of experience.
Yes, sir.
You just
Might be.
speak to, yeah, you just speak to them, sir. Site knowledge, anyhow, I'm getting. I also want to learn how this BOQs are prepared. I also want to learn how this BBS and all is done. And he will be sharing you all these Excel sheets and all. These Excel sheets,
Oh,
they'll share you. Open that. Before that, first learn about the contract. What is the total contract? Like before getting the project, all the contract will be made ready.
okay.
Okay. So go and speak to your manager, ask them that I want to learn all these things, and you start your learning from there. With this,
Yes,
what
sir.
happened? With this, what happened? You're not restricted to only side job. Along with the side job, you're also looking into the what is a contract, what type of contract they have got, what is the rate they have quoted, how they have prepared the BBS, how they have provided such kind of estimation and all. You learn all these things. There's a planning engineer also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He'll be there in the office only, planning engineer.
Sometimes in office, sir.
Okay, but he comes, right? Yes. Again, you speak to the planning engineer, or even your project manager also will help you in learning planning. Ask them, sir, how this entire baseline, ask them to show the baseline schedule. Baseline schedule means I don't have baseline schedule, but I'll tell you. What is baseline schedule? This is how I'm showing you for a small project. If you're working for a very
Okay.
big project, no, they prepare such kind of this thing, baseline schedule. That means when
Yes,
your
sir.
earthwork should happen, when your PCC will happen, when your reinforcement will happen, what is the total duration of that? Everything these planning engineers might have prepared.
Yes, sir.
You go through all these things.
Okay, sir. I'll go
So
through.
when you go through all these things, what will happen? You will get to learn a lot of things. How, see, if you don't learn all these things, if you stick to only side job, you'll be only learning the execution. That's it.
Yes.
Correct? No. You will
Yes.
never see how that planning was done, how the baseline schedule was prepared. All these are called a baseline schedule. Then they'll be providing the this thing month-wise quantity also. Now which month is going on? November month finished, December started. So in your project in the December month, they know what all work has to happen. For that, how much amount of quantity is required, how much amount of cement, sand, aggregate is required. Everything they might have done and kept. You go and
Yes,
see
sir.
all those things. Ask them to share it, or you just go and sit under the planning engineer. Ask him like, I want to learn how this baseline schedule is done. You explain me and all. Some people will explain. If they're very rigid, if they're not explaining, you speak to your project manager like, so I also want to reach to your level. I also want to learn all these things. Just help me in learning all these things. Of course, if you're a very good project manager, definitely they'll be helping you.
Yes, sir.
Understood,
Yes.
no? This is if you do this for the next 2 years, no, your life is done and dusted.
Yes, sir. I'll go through like that.
Yes, this is the only way. And when you're working on the site, I'll tell you one more thing, what you have to do. Wait, huh? Give me 1 minute. Now, how we are working on the site, what you do from morning to evening, what you do, tell me. At what time you go to site?
At 9, sir. At 9. At
Okay.
9 o'clock.
At 9 you go to site. Okay, fine. What you do from 9 o'clock, let's say, okay, 9 o'clock you go, at what time you come back?
Sir, come back is sometimes 6:30 if you
Oh,
want.
by 6,
Or else
6:30 you come back. Okay, 7, 7:30 you come back, no problem.
mm,
Okay. So now what is happening? This lab is happening, no? What work is happening on site now?
Sir, columns and raising columns in casting and slabs, sir. Slab casting.
Oh, slab. Okay. Column casting is happening on site.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I also be there, sir.
Okay. How many carpenters are taking? How many carpenters are working on your site? Can you tell me?
Sir, total I don't know. I don't have any idea,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Fine. Good. You show your face. You show your face. You don't want to show, or you want to show? You
Yes,
don't
sir.
know. You don't know how many carpenters are working. Fine. This column they are casting, no? Such kind of columns they are casting on the site.
Yes, sir.
Wait. I'll show you in column.
Yes, sir. Like this.
1 minute. There's one photo. Such kind of columns they are casting on the site, no?
Yes, sir.
How many laborers are there? Like one carpenter and how many helper? How many? Let's say if they're coming to work at 9 o'clock, these laborers to prepare this one complete column box. How much time they are taking? Don't know.
Sir, one machine.
I'll leave. You don't know. Tell you don't know.
No, sir. I know, sir.
Okay.
3-4
No. That I don't. This complete shuttering box. One carpenter, and two helpers. How much minute they'll take? 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. For one box, how much time they are taking to do?
1 hour, sir.
For one box, they are taking 1 hour. You have seen that correctly? Yes. Pakka?
Sir, really, I have seen, sir.
Okay, fine. This center, okay. This center to center spacing, how much they keep? Have you seen this batten spacing?
Centers.
This spacing, this shuttering they have done, no? From this support to this support, what is the spacing they are doing it on the site?
Sir, I didn't recognize.
Finish. So now there are two types of site engineers. Whatever you have done, same thing I did when I started. What we used to do is, I'm site engineer. I'll go to site, see carpenter guy is doing, let him do. I'll tell him, say 4 box you have to prepare. I'll come in the evening and I'll check all the reinforcement and all. That is what I used to do. But we fail to check all these things, that what is the center to center. This will be usually 300 mm. So this will be usually, you have to know all these things. What is the center to center spacing of this? If I put one carpenter and one helper, okay, plus one helper, how much column is making in 1 hour? Let's say 1 hour, how much column is making in 1 day? All these things will help you to understand the productivity. Understood? Tomorrow, when you become a planning engineer, this is what you are going to do in a planning engineer job. Here you can see all these things. Here you can see this productivity and all. How these things will come. See, for example, let's say earthwork I am taking 30 days. But how this 30 days is coming? I'll have a total volume. Let's say there is 5,000, there is 500, there is 1,000 cubic meter of excavation to be done. Okay. If I put one excavator in 1 day, it will do an excavation of 160 cubic meter. So if my total quantity is 1,000, what I'll do? 1,000 divided by 160. So I require, okay, what is happening? Okay. So understood, no?
Yeah.
So I require minimum, let's say 5 to 6 days. Based on it, these durations are achieved. So how did I get the value of 160? That is called as productivity. When you're working on the site, you have to check all these things. Site engineer doesn't mean that you'll just go and stand. Okay, these people are working, I'll come after some time. Then after that, what happens, sir? Site engineer job, sir. We are doing daily, we are doing concreting and reinforcement work, sir. We are always speaking with carpenter, this thing, labor, sir. What job is this? This is a problem. Correct, no?
Yes, sir.
So from today onwards, I gave you example only for a column. Tomorrow you're doing a slab work. This entire slab, whatever you're going to do on the site. Where is my slab? This entire slab. How much, ask the barbender, directly speak with the barbender, how much ton of steel you are used in this slab. You note down all these things. You see what is the length of this slab. You see what is the breadth of the slab. Let's say let's say the 4 meter by 4 meter is a slab, let's say. And in 4 meter by 4 meter, you see how much steel has been gone. Let's say I'll give you an example. Let's say he has told you around 500 kg of steel is gone in that. So note down all these things. With this, what will happen tomorrow if you become a quantity surveyor and all? No, even before you get a project, or even before you get a drawing, somebody asked Akshay, 4 meter by 4 meter is a span of the slab. How much amount of steel can go? From your previous knowledge, you have experience. Okay, this much amount of steel has gone. You can speak with anyone technically. Otherwise, sir, give me drawing. No, drawing everybody knows. If I give drawing, everybody will sit and do this BBS and give. But when you go to higher positions and all, no. If you're a quantity surveyor, if you're a planning engineer, this is how you're supposed to speak. This is what you're supposed to know and all.
Yes, sir. Noted, sir. Noted.
Noted, got it, no? So if you
Yeah.
think in this direction, I gave you example what has to be done. And how much amount of binding wire they're using. And then this thing, bar bender and one helper. How much time they're taking to do the binding of this entire slab. All these things you note down from tomorrow. From tomorrow, you feel like your time is not sufficient for you. Each and everything
Yeah.
you'll keep on writing. Correct, no?
Yes, sir.
Same thing
Correct,
you
sir.
do for, yes. And you're working on a G+17 story building, so you'll get to learn a lot of things there.
Yes.
And also check in one column, what is a column size in your this thing?
300 by 900, sir.
Okay, what is the volume of concrete in one column?
Sir, my one shuttering.
Oh, you're doing my one, huh?
2.4 height shuttering, sir.
You're doing my one there. Okay, high rise my one only. Then fine, no problem. Anyhow, my one also you're learning, high rise building also you're learning. Then don't leave this job.
Yeah.
Do that. 15,000 salary, it's okay. Somehow you manage, but ask your manager. You give a target to your boss that in the next 3 months, if I perform very well, you make my salary to 20,000, and you prove him that.
Okay, sir.
So you have to do something to give your salary to 20,000. If he's giving 20,000, don't leave that job. Finish that entire project, because again, I wasn't aware it was my one. So my one is trending nowadays. Every people are doing my one only. It's a high-rise building. Your age is also small. So definitely you work on this project. Don't go for any software job and all, not required. Do this. After that, you go for a quantity surveying job after 2 years, or you become a planning engineer. Enough. That much is sufficient.
Yes.
Okay. You have purchased any course from me? No.
No, sir. No, sir. I'll planning, sir.
You plan
Yeah.
based on your salary. Whenever you feel, you go. I would suggest to go with this job. Because here I cover most of the things. My one, I don't have a course. My one in future, maybe after February, March, I'll add. But before that, normal frame structure and I added quantity estimation, BBS, whatever I'm showing you here. No, all these things I will explain in my course. How to prepare. Even this basic project planning also you'll get.
Yes, sir.
See, if you cannot spend that much money, there is a EMI option. 4,000 also you cannot spend.
Yeah. Sir, for manager mastery.
Yes. Like, let's say you purchase it today, you have to pay 4,000. After 1 month, you have to pay another 4,000. You can do that?
So I'll definitely buy this, purchase this, sir.
Yeah. You see, the reason why I'm telling, once you learn all these things, no, here I'll be covering the basic project planning also.
Yes, sir. Already I've seen in the content of how much video.
Yes. Because project planning, if you learn now, the same you apply on your project also. 2 years time you have. You plan everything. So that definitely if you do all these things, your manager will tell you take 20,000 and you stay on the site. Because planning, no civil engineers, no site engineers will do any planning and all. They're always waiting for a planning engineer to come, for the plan to come, schedule to come.
Yes,
But if you go and do all these things on the site, you note down every day you're doing all these things on site, that how much amount of columns you're casting in one day. Let's say if there are 100 columns per day, if I'm doing 10 column casting, I require 10 days to finish all these things. So 10 days is fixed in your mind. If the same thing, if there is 10 floor, I require 100 days. 10 into 10 is 100 days. Understood? No.
Yes,
So that way, if you plan and all, tomorrow you can speak with anyone technical, even if you don't have a drawing. If somebody asks you tomorrow, if you go for an interview, he'll not ask you what is cement, sand, aggregate and all. Since you worked on G+17 story building, he'll tell you what is the total square feet of the steel, total square feet of this slab, how much amount of concrete went there, how much amount of steel went there, how much time you took to do one slab and all. These are the questions what they ask.
Okay, sir. Noted.
So if you do all these things, definitely in next 2 years, you can go to a better position. That's it. Nothing else is required. Don't change your job. Continue with the same job, but try to think in this direction, all these things.
So that's why I need a
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
knowledge.
So, yeah, fine. So because in your case, everything is good. My one is also good. High rise is also good. Everything is
Yeah.
good. So don't change. Salary, yeah, 15,000 is something less. But most of the people are, taking 50, giving 15 only. But it's okay. But see, we have to think from future point of view. It's okay even if you're getting 15, but lifelong you'll not be earning 15. In next 2 years, definitely, if you get a job in Dubai, you are getting 1 lakh rupees per month salary. Finish now again what you want in life.
Yes. Yes.
Because this knowledge will help you tomorrow. Whatever
Yes.
sacrifices, Sunday also you go, Sunday you don't go, no?
They also going.
Oh, half day you're going. Okay, you go Sunday, half day, no?
Half day, half day.
But work will happen on site, or only de-shuttering work happens.
Or else their concrete is there after the
Concrete,
completion
they
of.
plan on Sunday only.
Yes.
Hey, they
Sunday.
plan slab, they
Yes.
always plan on Sunday only because they don't want to waste any time again. But it's okay. See, whatever sacrifices you're doing today, no, that will give you fruit after 2 years. That is how we should think. Most of my students complain and say, Sunday also I'm going. I'll tell Sunday, your age is very small, yeah. 22, 23, 24 is a very small age. In your case,
Yes.
it's 20. Let's say Sunday, if you don't go to site, what you do? Instead of waking up, at what time you wake up now?
7, sir.
If
7 a.m.
Sunday, if you don't go, you wake up at 9 o'clock. Simple.
Yeah.
Simple, no? Now again, after that, what you do, you just spend time in watching mobile. Then afternoon, you have lunch. Again, you sleep for 2 to 3 hours, or you watch one movie. Some evening, you go somewhere. Night again, you come and sleep. This is what you do, no? Sunday. So, but if you're married and all, it was a different thing. But you're not married, you're still 20. I would suggest if you sacrifice your Sunday also for the next 1 to 2 years, whatever sacrifice you're doing today, no, that will give you a good result after 2 years. You have to apply for the better positions after 2 years. High-rise building, everywhere it's happening. My one, everywhere it's happening. Dubai, Qatar, Saudi, and all, you have good opportunity. And in this course, I'll teach you the steel structure also. So if you enroll in that, when you enroll in the construction manager master, there the steel structure is also covered. In steel structure, you'll learn this kind of structures also. This kind of structures, steel structure. So you have a better advantage. You have high-rise building knowledge, you have my one knowledge, you have all the interior knowledge. Then again, in my course, I'll be teaching this kind of structures, PV structures and all, steel structures. Okay. So even if you learn this, then definitely all these are projects in Qatar, UAE and all. Tomorrow you got a job in UAE and they're telling I want someone who has a knowledge on this, then definitely you can apply for all these jobs. Okay.
Yes.
Done.
Sir,
Any
can you
other thing?
explain about raft foundations?
Huh?
Can you explain about the raft foundation steel?
Rough
How the
foundation.
raft?
Raf, do you have any drawings? If you have drawings, because I have only 1 minute left now. We'll do
Okay.
one
Okay.
thing. You send me a drawing. I'll check and on Zoom, I'll explain you again. Rough foundation.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Later I'll send.
You send me it later. Then I'll check and I'll explain you on Zoom only. Okay. I have only 1 minute left now. It will finish.
Yeah.
Okay. So this way you plan, think in this direction and work there and ask your boss to little increase the salary. Yeah. So that was the entire planning for 𝗦𝗀. That is what I've given to him. So before that, I'll show you few of the students' reviews those I've given, and then I'll speak on 𝗦𝗀's that why did I suggest him such kind of plan. So all these are the students' reviews they have given. All those have enrolled in my course and all. No, you can see all the reviews. Okay, and then I'll speak on those things. So all this you can see all the reviews. Really comprehensive course, not any just marketing course. Okay, you can see all the reviews given by the students. These are few of my students, those who got job in Saudi in the first interview itself. He was able to do a center line marking on the site through my online courses. Okay, the course is very helpful if you are fresher, experience and all. And you can see you can't find this kind of teaching anywhere, civil engineering which freshers or experience. I wanted to thank you for your valuable lectures and videos. A much needed course for civil engineer. It's the best course of my life. I've explained each and everything. Okay, the students will surely succeed. I feel lucky to find this course and also instructor. After attending your 6 months construction manager mastery course, even the layman will become a professional civil engineer. Akshay sir, you can see all the reviews given by the students. These are few of my students who are working in Dubai. One of my students is working in Oman, and he is one of my student who got a job in Dubai. Okay, okay, that's how it is. So he has taken a lot of courses, but he told that your courses is very good and it's on real project and explanation is also very good. You can see all these reviews given by my student. He's one of my student. In 2022, he got a job in L&T. Okay, of course, I'm not guarantee any job from my side, but you will get after finishing my course. That much confidence you can have on my courses. He has recommended more than 50 plus people. This course helped me for securing my job as a site engineer. Okay. He's a project manager. I would like to tell you that I've subscribed in a course and it's very good. He's from non-civil engineering background, but he has been watching my lectures like a Netflix series. I can see all the reviews given by students. I was a frustrated civil engineer earlier when I don't know about your course. Fortunately, while searching, I got to know. So I gave an interview on Saturday and I got selected in the site engineer job. I brought your course some time ago, just watched some of the videos out of it, which has been very beneficial. Okay, anyhow, okay, these are the reviews given by all of my students. I'm just showing and giving an idea to what level. Yes, these are the students from the Bangladesh and all. Okay, so the course is really awesome. I'm happy with the content, sir. Okay, so all these other reviews, fine. Now, why did I suggest him such a plan? That why didn't I tell him to go for a some software job and all? See, that 𝗦𝗃 is still 20 years of age. 20 years is a very small because we finish our BTech at the age of 22. He has just finished diploma, is still 20. Site execution job currently what he's doing, it's a very good job because if he was working on a G+1 story building or a G+2 small story building, I would have told you just leave that job, upgrade your knowledge and apply for a better job. But since he's working on a G+17 story building, since he's working on a G+17 story building, G+17, and that too is a high-rise building, high-rise. Okay, and that too, the another advantage of that high-rise building is it's a 𝗦1. So 𝗦1 is something trending nowadays. Okay, there are very few site engineers, there are very few people those who have knowledge in 𝗦1 and all. And now all the high-rise buildings are 𝗦1 only. So this guy has all the advantage. One advantage is age factor. Age is very small. 20 is a very small age. Okay, this is a very small age. First advantage. Second advantage is getting to work on a G+17 story building. This is a high-rise building. This is second advantage. First advantage. Third advantage is 𝗦1. So he's learning everything. High-rise building is learning. 𝗦1 technology is learning. And that too in site if he's learning. And if he works there for 2 years, just imagine the amount of knowledge that he's going to have. Entire 𝗦1 structure, right from the start to the end, is handling. Even structural work he'll learn. He'll learn the electrical work, the plumbing works. I told him to learn all those things. Also, I told him to learn about the interiors also. When the interior work start, you'll learn all the interior and all. And I told him how to work on the site. Because when I started as a site engineer, we were just roaming around the site, just reading the drawing and okay, my work is done. But I told him to learn each and everything like what is happening on the site, how much amount of steel is going into that, how much amount of concrete is going in the column. So how much amount of, cost of that column is everything when you learn, when you try to learn all these things, definitely in 2 years, you will have an ocean of knowledge with you. With that knowledge, tomorrow I'll tell him, go for abroad jobs. He can go for Qatar, Dubai jobs and all. There he can work as a site engineer. Else in these 2 years, once he enroll in my course, he will learning the basic project planning. So once you learn the basic project planning, and just imagine you can apply for a job as a planning engineer also. Planning engineer has a good demand in Dubai and all if you learn Primavera and all. But to become a planning engineer, you should have a site knowledge. So that is why I told him. Otherwise, I could have suggested him leave the job, take some planning course and go. But by taking any planning course, you don't become a planning engineer. You become a planning engineer when you work on the site, when you understand the entire sequence of construction, when you get a lot of this productivity, what I told him to understand, that will help him to become a planning engineer. So if he does all these things, definitely in 2 years, he'll learn a lot of things. Then he can apply for a planning engineer job. For becoming planning engineer, site knowledge he has, productivity he knows. And in my course, I'm going to cover the MS project and basic project planning. Primary I'll add in future. If he finish this, he can apply anywhere on the job and he can apply for any jobs on this planet. That much knowledge he'll be having, provided he should be serious about it. Whatever I've told is he has to implement that. He has to learn all those things, make notes out of it. Next 2 years, if you give up everything, next 2 years, if you learn all these things, definitely by the age of 22, people will, other freshers, BTech people will pass out at the age of 22. This guy will have 2 years of experience on working on a G+17 story building and definitely can have a better career. So I didn't suggest him other courses like BIM. BIM and all is not required because BIM again, he requires minimum 6 months of training. So 6 months, I should suggest him some BIM course. And to learn BIM again, they require minimum 30,000 rupees. So why he should go for BIM courses? And also in BIM, I don't know whether diploma people can enter or not. Usually BTech is a requirement, but other than that, I don't have much information about it. If diploma people can enter, it's okay. But I would not suggest BIM. Keeping that project G+17 story building, I would not suggest him to enter in the BIM field. QS field also, I told him to learn a bit about BOQ, how the contracts are made and all. So with that, the quantity surveying knowledge is going to gather, and definitely he can apply for better positions and all. So that is why I didn't say. Other than that, structure engineering he cannot do, because minimum requirement is BTech. With diploma, you cannot become a structure engineer. So instead of, again, structure engineering is also not that easy. The fundamentals should be good in structure analysis, strength of materials, RCC subjects and all. So why he has to take all the burden of learning those things? Definitely have a good future and good growth in this field. Let him continue in that. Planning is something a good field in future. Planning engineer can become. So that is already, I told him. I just guided him like what all things he has to learn and all. That was the entire plan for him. So I hope you people have enjoyed this lecture. And if you feel I have missed out something, and if you feel like if you people have some input to give, you can put it in the comment box. Like, sir, you could have told him, or you could have told him this way. Maybe if I feel you people are putting a very good point, I'll just suggest to him. And also, I suggested him one more thing, that I told him to do a bit of savings, because of course 15,000 is a very less salary, but that's okay for me. I told him to do at least 1,000 rupees of savings. So why he has see, you are saying he is sending all the money to his home, right? He told that, right? Yeah. So yeah. So I told him to at least save 1,000 rupees every month, so that once you save the money, you'll have some money with you. Let's say, I'll give you an example. Let's say after some time, let's say after 1 year, he felt that he is getting too much frustrated on the job. Let's say, we don't know what will happen in future. So one day he realized, sir, I want to leave this job, I want to take some break. Okay, let him take a break for, but if he takes the break, he should have at least money, no? If he doesn't have money, then again next day he'll start to think, yeah, I don't have money. Then again he has to look for a job. So let's say if he wants to take 2 to 3 months of career break and all, he should have money so that he can lead his life for the next 2 to 3 months. So daily, if he can, not monthly, if he can save 1,000 rupees, let's say after 1 year, 12 months, he'll be having a 12,000 rupees with him. So this 12,000 is like an emergency fund, emergency fund. Okay. So what will happen tomorrow? Let's say, not only that, not only he left the job, emergency fund. Let's say he was working on that project. After some time, what happened? That project stopped, and they told, see, we don't require your service anymore. We are taking you out from the job. So the moment he loses the job, again, no salary will come. Immediately, again, you'll not get a job. We don't know. Maybe you have to wait for 1 month, you have to wait for 2 months, or you may have to wait for 3 months. But in that 2 to 3 months, you require money to at least take care of your basic need, at least your food and all, you require money. No, if you're not doing a savings here, then again it will be a problem. So always better, whenever you're working, try to save at least 1,000, 1,500 rupees every month. I told him to save at least 1,000 per month. If you can save 1,500, it will be roughly 18,000 rupees savings. This 18,000 rupees will be a emergency fund. So tomorrow, if something happens, if they remove you from the job, or you felt like this job is not something for you and all, because we don't know what is going to happen in your life in future. So this will act like an emergency fund. And then with that, he can at least take a 2 to 3 months of gap or career break and all that can be. And also with that money, he can even upgrade his knowledge. If he can enroll in my course, or even he can use that money on upgrading himself, so that his knowledge is going to improve. Okay. Apart from that, in future, he has to start, because he'll watch my video again. In future, he has to start savings also. Savings. Because see, life is not all about earning more money. It's about savings also. So in savings, he can start, he can do one emergency fund. Emergency fund is what he can prepare. So what is emergency fund? This is emergency fund. Usually what we plan is, whatever is your monthly expenses. Let's say my monthly expenses, I'll tell my monthly, let's say 15,000 is my monthly expenses. That includes my food, only the food, and maybe a mobile recharge and all. We consider that as a monthly expenses. Let's say it's 15,000. For the next 6 months, how much I'm required? So 15,000 into 6, roughly 90,000. So this is a 90,000 rupees is my emergency fund. You can calculate yours. What you have to do is, based on your monthly expenses, that is your basic expenses, not like you'll buy a shirt and all. That is not the this thing, emergency. That is not your monthly expenses. Basic things. What is the basic things? Food is basic thing. Like a mobile recharge is a basic thing. That's the basic thing. Tomorrow you have a job, you don't have a job. Money for food and for recharge, mobile recharge and all you want. That is your expenses. So let's say it's a 15,000, or maybe you're staying in a PG, or you require 6 or 7,000. That is the basic expenses I have. So multiply it for 6 months. So that means in next 6 months, if somebody removes you from the job, or if you don't get a job for the next 6 months also, you have certain money with you, so that it can take care of your expenses for the next 6 months. That should be an emergency fund. After that, you have to start a savings. So savings, always first you can go with FD, that is fixed deposit. Don't keep too much in the fixed deposit. Of course, this emergency fund you have to keep in FD only. Okay, this 90,000, no. Once you collect 90,000, This 90,000 you keep it as a FD. Second, start with mutual funds. Mutual funds. So in mutual funds, you can do SIP. SIP means every month 500 rupees or 1,000 rupees, it will get auto deducted. Okay. So that's called as a, I mean, that is mutual fund. That investment plan is called as systematic investment plan, which is called as SIP. So I would suggest him go for at least 500 rupees or 1,000 rupees every month. You can invest in one small cap or mid cap. I'll tell you what is this small cap, mid cap, and all. You will not understand. It's a company, small cap company, mid cap company, and large cap company. Okay, large cap like Reliance and all, it's a large cap company. And small cap, then we have the Zomato is also a large cap company. Okay, I'm speaking of the stocks. In the same way, in mutual fund also, you have many things. Of course, I'll explain him all these things when he wants to start this. And then these are the two things which he has to start. What will happen? Why you have to start all these things? The earlier you start to invest, the more is your compounding effect. He's still 20 now. Just imagine if he's doing for the next 10 years, by the time he's 30 years of age, now whatever savings he's done, that will start to get compounded. The more it will get compounded, the more money you'll be having. But we always think, I started to do all this thing at the age of 29. I never knew all these things that we have to do this mutual fund investment and all. Okay. So that is why I'm also spreading this awareness that people at a very young age, at the age of 20, if you start all these things, you'll have a definite future, have a very good future in very good future. You don't have to worry about money after some time. Okay, that is how it is. Okay, so these are the small idea what I've given about him, but they have to do. See, I'll tell him one thing. Even if you don't watch my lecture, I'm okay with that. Even if you don't watch one of my lectures, I'm okay with that. But you have to do this. If you don't do this, no, then your financial planning will be totally gone. It will be in a toss. Always, even if you don't know how what is the bending moment of a simply supported beam, I'm happy. I don't have problem. If even if you don't remember it, it's okay. But try to do these things. Not only for him, most of the students I find that they don't do these savings and all. Whenever I ask him how much savings you have, he'll tell, sir, I don't have any savings and all. Then if I ask him to purchase one course, or if I ask him to spend some 1,000 rupees for a course, he says, I don't have money, because you never saved. Because this money and all, if you have to invest on yourself, okay, that is why these things are very important. Emergency fund, and also he should take insurance. One is you have to take life insurance. Life insurance right now he don't require, but he has to take one health insurance. Company will provide, but company health insurance is not sufficient always. Depends on what is the amount they are giving, but he has to take one health insurance that will cost around 700. That will cost around 700 to 1,000 rupees. Not now. I'm not telling him to do it all now. Once let's say salary from 15,000, if it goes to 20, 25,000, maybe next year also he can go for a health insurance. Since his salary is only this thing, how much it is? 15,000. I'll not burden him to do everything, but I'm giving an option. These are the things which you have to do in your life. One health insurance is always required. Tomorrow, if something happens to you and you are hospitalized, and let's say the bill on the bill in the hospital, they told that you have to pay 3 lakh rupees. From where you'll bring 3 lakh rupees? Your emergency fund, if you are done, it's okay. But let's say your emergency fund is 90,000. Hospital is asking for a 3 lakh rupees. Let's say some accident happened. We don't know when what will happen. Another 2 lakh 10,000 rupees from where you'll bring. Of course, if your parents are ready to pay, it's okay. Otherwise, you have to take a loan. It will be a personal loan. Personal loan, they put around 13-14% interest. And all your money will be gone back in paying the EMI of that loan. Instead of that, if you just pay 700 to 1,000, okay, not 100. If you pay just 700 to 1,000 rupees every month as a premium, and if you're taking a, let us say 5 lakh coverage, let's say 5 lakh is a health coverage, what you're taking, 5 lakh is a coverage. So tomorrow, if something happens, let's say something happened and you are hospitalized and the bill what came there was 3 lakh rupees. This health people will take care of the health coverage. You are just paying 700 to 1,000 rupees every month, but that amount will help you to cover your hospital expenses and all. Okay, you have to do all these things. Otherwise, if you don't have health coverage, you cannot tell, so nothing will happen to me and all. We don't know when what will happen. Even I don't know what will happen to me tomorrow, but I have done all the health insurance for me. I have taken it for my entire family. But since because I have a wife and I have kids, so I've taken it for the entire family. But he's this thing, one guy, no, like he's not dependent. He doesn't. He's not married and all. So you take a one-person insurance, which roughly comes to 700 to 1,000. And for that, you have to see a very good company. You cannot take some random companies and all, because you have to check the claim settlement ratio. Policy Bazaar is something good. If somebody wants more information on that, you can connect to me. I can connect you to one agent whom I know. He'll guide you better. Okay. See, these are the things we should plan in life. It's not only about gaining knowledge. Knowledge, anyhow, you'll get today, tomorrow, you'll gain the knowledge. And life is all about gaining knowledge only. But all these things, nobody will guide you. After certain time, after 5 to 6 years, when somebody asks you how much money you have, like how much savings you have, Then you cannot tell what is savings. I didn't have, because my salary is only very less. Now what savings I'll do? Saving has nothing to do with your salary. It's all about the mindset. That, because all these things will be a habit. It's a habit. Every month I'm saving 1,000, 1,000. This should become a habit. It's not that I'm, sir, 15,000 I'm earning. What savings I'll do? It's not like that. Even people earning 1 lakh rupees also will not do that, because that habit, it's not easy to build a habit. So you should do all these things. People not do, no, those are not doing this. No, you can do this. I made a video on this in my Hindi channel. It's not in English channel. If you go to my English channel, Hindi channel, I'll give you an idea. Yeah. So you can go to my Civil Brains channel, Civil Brains Hindi. Okay, Civil Brains Hindi channel. Subscribe to my channel, both the channel, English and Hindi. So here I have made a video, Civil Engineer's Guide to Financial Freedom. Okay, this video you watch, there I have explained you about how to do a savings, how to arrange the emergency fund. Whatever I explained you, that has been explained in a more better way there for a 20 minutes video. Try to do that. And somebody who's interested to enroll in my course, definitely download my Civil Brains app. In the month of December, we are running some offer. This price, whatever you can see, will give certain discount on that. That will be last discount in this year. After that, we are going to raise the price of this. It will go to around 10,000. And it was 10,000. I brought it to 8,000 now. But in December, I'll give some offer on that. So download my Civil Brains app. And that offer will be only for first 100 students. I have more than 40,000 students in my app. So all 40,000 students, I cannot give that offer. There are only for 100 students. I'll just reduce the price of few courses, so that you people can start upgrading and upgrade your knowledge and all. So, and you can see the reviews given by the students and all. Just go through the reviews which I've shown you. That's it. So I'll see you back in the next video. Thank you.